Hey, Gut Fox here. It's Saturday. We're going to do the promised lineup update. So the sponsor today is me, because I went on a spending spree, so why not spend some more and sponsor my own show today? So we'll start here on the offensive line. I wanted to get run blockers first, because you need a good running game in order to be effective, and the running game, honestly, is the better way to move the ball most of the time if you can balance it in with the pass. So I got Joe Staley. He's a great value there. I mean, King Dunlop's a better run blocker straight up, but I think Joe outdoes him in the other categories: awareness, agility, the things that you need to pass block better. Hutchinson, just a stud left guard, 96 run block, 92 pass block, and the impact there to hit on pulling guards. TJ Lang, similarly, good at the guard, 88 though. I didn't get, there's no legend out, there's no great values at right guard, but Lang I feels like a solid 93 run blocking. Frederick, I skipped over him, but he's got solid run blocking as you know, and the same with Staley here, 92, not as great, similar to Load Holt. I didn't want to spend the 100K on Claybo, although I was really on the fence. I just couldn't find a great price for him. If I would have picked up Claybo like I said earlier in the week. But here are my receivers. I settled on, tight ends. Wow, I just saw Finneran first. But I wanted Sharp for my number one to, run the ball, or route run and catch the ball. I am stumbling like a drunken man. Barnage, he's going to be on a 3 tight end. One, run blocking is great, but mostly because of his speed. I'm going to try more 3 tight end sets here out of the single back big formation. I found some decent plays out of it. So I'll probably add those into my scheme. And here are my fullbacks. I'm comparing them to Barnage at the tight end spot to see if I would rather have him there, and I wouldn't. So I got Lee Smith, and all these guys are out there, so I can sub them in for wide receivers on runs. Obviously the tight ends get subbed for tackles on those runs. That's why I have those 2 backup tackles. I decided to get Tom Brady here at quarterback, just to piss off the WAP, and because I was planning on getting Romo, but why get Romo when you can get somebody more expensive who plays similarly? Yeah, I know Brady's got better medium and Romo's got better deep, so they're kind of different. But moving on to halfback, Ahmad Green. I saw a decent price, so I snatched him up as my number one. He's been okay so far. I'll have to do further testing. And of course, Dree is taking the pitches for me. Hopkins, I pulled him as you saw yesterday, so he'll be my number 3. Austin will be number 4 for drags and wide receiver screens. That 96 speed, 95 elusiveness. Can't teach speed, although Tavon hasn't been taught height. So you got to kind of give and take there with these players. Hopkins at the 3, solid catch and traffic player. Finneran at the 1, run blocking and jumping above people to catch the ball. That's his job. I decided to go with him because I promised to get him earlier. I planned on getting him because he's tall, decent run blocker. Although I sub in tight ends because I wanted that guy that's kind of big on the outside. And Keenan Allen, another decent price player that I picked up. Great route runner, and you love to see that on your team. So here's the defense. Kirksey, you'll see him here. I think he's a budget beast with that zone coverage. I got some testing coming out next week that shows zone coverage is the best. And of course, Shazier is my number 1. But yeah, he's got decent play rec, zone coverage, so he'll be good if I play the 44 defense. Usually I play the 43, but I'm in the 46 playbook, so if I throw the 44 at you, I'll need a good, decent middle linebacker. Sean Lee and Donta Hightower are 2 guys I was comparing. Decided to go with Lee, quite more expensive, but can make plays with that play rec. They tight end zone coverage, and of course Askew. He's been my stud. He's on the kickoff team now, and so he'll stay on my lineup for his speed. Quinn, just all around budget. I was thinking about getting Woodson there, Rod, and Aloka's at the number 3, but I'll sub him in for the number 1 because I want to get my man D above 93. My whole scheme's going to depend around man press coverage, so that's why I have. Let's move on to actually D-line before we get to the corners and man press. Wilkerson at my number 1 because of his block shed. Dunlop, I'm going to sub in on passing downs, obvious passing downs. But I mean, you compare that Wilkerson to J.J. Watt very favorably. Damon Harrison's my number 1 because, as you saw my D-line testing, block shed is the number 1 attribute for against the run. He's got 98. Von Miller, look at this guy. You can't compare him against Wilkerson for the run stuffing ability, of course. But finesse move, phenomenal for a defensive end. but his block shed at 90, that's better than, I think, all but one current right end. I got DeVito to back him up, but as a run stuffer more. But let's get on to the cornerbacks, although I don't need DeVito because Von's good there. Patrick Peterson, Vontae Davis, great press, great man. It's what I'm really looking for here. Although I'm scrolling down here to block shed, and this is what worries me. Look at how terrible that is. 37 and 39 on those two. Compared to Aqib Talib at 61. Talib can hold himself against the run nicely. So that's what I'm concerned about with, that's why Vontae is my 4, but I'll sum him into 3 just to get that man boost coverage. So that is it as we move on to specialists, and I got high kick powers. It's pretty simple here. McManus, the man, this 99 kick power, and Austin is going to be my returner above Dree. I tried to say I went with Austin above Holiday because of the carrying difference, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.